Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Chop Sports Fight Factory, powered by Dudes Gourmet, right here in the Richard Lucas Chevy and Subaru studio in Matawan, New Jersey. I am your host this week. It's Tommy Dee, joined with me by standing at a 6'2" and a staunch 260 pounds.
What?
Dave Sturchio.
Are you practicing your ring announcing?
I am.
Yeah, is that what you want to do now?
Yeah, I want to do everything. Unfortunately, we don't have Chris Payne with us this week. Right now, he is dancing like nobody's watching in the center of Times Square, directing traffic. Not here with us. We were supposed to have Shay. She's not here. Dave's feeling a little under the weather, so he asked the old host to bring us in. It felt good to do it for the first time. I can't wait to not do it again next week. So,
and he also forgot to mention that we're being sponsored and powered by Absolute Eyewear.
Well, because we don't have the camera.
Well, the ornament's hanging on the tree.
Oh, that's right, it is. That's
Absolute
right.
Eyewear ornaments on
Beautifully
the tree.
decorated studio here.
Yeah, well, Tommy was butthurt that the wrestling hour that's hosted by me and Chernoff is way better looking than this show.
It is amazing.
I mean, Josh is as much of a jerk off as Josh is. He is a fantastic editor. But yeah, so we decided to hire some elves, put up a Christmas tree, put up a fire, put up our portrait right over the fire on the mantle, the good stuff. And then we have the ornaments in the tree. Richard Lucas, Dudes Gourmet, Absolute Eyewear. Good times. Holiday season, I'm excited.
My God, you sound like Jake Roberts.
I went, listen, it was Disney World. It fucking killed me. The drive was the worst. And like all you indie wrestlers out there who do the drives, like fuck off. Because I hate all of you. Because driving, and I've actually did the drive down to North Carolina once, to Wilmington. Is that South Carolina or North Carolina?
I think it's North Carolina.
Okay, so
I think it's South Carolina.
Doesn't matter. Either way,
it's in the Carolinas.
I wrestled down there for UPWA. It was my first out of New Jersey state wrestling gig. And me, Damian Gibbs, I believe Mario Baccara, we loaded up into this. There was a bunch of other. I can't think of the other ones, and I'm sorry if I forget. Maybe Black Hollywood. Yeah, Black Hollywood was there. That's Sean and Ray, and we went down to wrestle for these guys. I wrestled Damian Gibbs on a tag team match first. Then he turned on me. Then the next day we had a one-on-one match. It was like a 3-day tour.
Wow.
In Flair Country. You
all split the drive, right? For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. This past trip, I did a lot of the driving, and definitely hit the immune system a little bit. So, whatever.
Yeah, yes, it does.
I'll survive.
You're talking to a guy that does that constantly.
Yeah, you're crazy. First of all, Virginia sucks. I feel like Virginia's the biggest state in the country.
I couldn't wait to come home.
That's right. You were away too.
I could not wait to come home. I know we missed you guys. We missed a week here, and a lot of wrestling's happening that week. Obviously, we're not going to go back and cover everything. It was pretty cool to see Mr. Punk at NXT.
Mr. Punk. Is that how we're dressing him there?
On Saturday?
Yeah. I did see that promo. He kind of teased.
You could tell that they had nothing planned because he missed his flight. He just came out there to riff with Sean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and listen, and from what I gather, and from Shay putting the notes that you have this week, is that Punk could possibly be linked to potentially helping out develop some of these stars down there in NXT. And what better guy? I mean, he's been around the block.
What he wanted to do in AEW, and nobody wanted to listen to him. So,
look, he has to be a change guy, and I know that there's a lot of people storyline wise that don't like him. I kind of love that Seth Rollins.
I can't wait till we get into that.
We'll get into all that. Woo! But I think if there's anybody who's learned under the Paul Heyman tree of professional wrestling, storytelling, promos, all that shit, CM Punk is the OG Heyman guy, and I think that I think it's a great opportunity for Punk if he stays the course.
Well,
because he's a loose cannon.
I have a little booking idea that I think might actually happen.
Okay.
When Roman loses that belt at WrestleMania this year.
To who?
Cody.
Yeah.
When he loses that belt, Heyman's switching back to Punk. When Punk beats Seth.
So
you talk about a full circle moment,
yeah.
And then I bet you Brock comes back for that. And we get Brock.
Now you're getting me excited. I got the goosies here. Booking 101. But normally 9 times out of 10 in professional wrestling, fans or media people, whoever books something fantasy wise, it doesn't ever actually play
I just
out.
think that's my opinion, the best for business angle.
Ah, yes. The old best for business.
So,
All right.
speaking of best for business, let's get
do it.
into Raw.
Yeah.
This Monday night, Drew McIntyre defeated Jey Uso. I like heel Drew a lot.
And I love what Uso's doing as a babyface.
Yeah, he got Yeet back. He was very happy about that.
Yeah, what was the story with that? So there was some kind of copyright that they couldn't use it? Or
I
some
guess it was
trademark?
I don't know if it was an indie guy that did it a while back. I don't even know if he's still a wrestler. It was on Twitter, but obviously the juggernaut of WWE is going to win.
So whoever owned Yeet, you're now rich. So congratulations.
Which is hysterical because my kid had a Yeet puzzle like 7 years ago. All it said was Yeet.
The fuck does Yeet mean?
I don't know. It's the young
what the
kids.
kids are saying
Yeah,
now.
it's
Okay.
the young kids' language, even though I think the Usos are around our age.
Yeah, right? They got grays in the beard just like all of us, folks.
This match, Rhea Ripley and Maxine Dupree, you could tell how much ring time Maxine Dupree actually needs.
Okay.
Rhea had to basically deadlift her for Rhea's finisher.
Okay.
She didn't jump. And of course, so this is what they're doing at the PC? Yeah, she doesn't wrestle much. She's a valet. Why they decided to do this, I don't know. I guess maybe they thought she was going to be enhancement talent for Rhea, but it did not go over well. Rhea saved her from breaking her neck twice in that match.
Well, I mean, you get the opportunity to do it. If you flounder it, back to the drawing board. So
Yeah, but that was
I'm just
bad,
glad nobody got
man.
hurt.
Like that, I feel like if this was Attitude Era time, you wouldn't see Maxine Dupree on TV ever again.
That ruthless, huh?
Oh, it was bad.
Okay.
No, it was. It just watch it.
Yeah, I will.
It was awful, and I felt bad for Rhea because it makes her look bad.
I mean,
To people who aren't hip to the business and understand, it makes Rhea look bad.
I always look at wrestling and football and sports in general. Sometimes I watch it from an outsider's perspective, meaning like if this was my first time watching it, would I watch it again? Much like a football game with like a billion penalties. I'm like, if that was somebody's first game, they're like, this sport sucks. So if that was your first time seeing Rhea Ripley, you might actually say like, what is this? You know what I mean? So you do want to correct all that. I'm sure they will. It's Rhea Ripley. She's the best at what she's doing.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like if you were to, like you said, if this was the first time that you saw Rhea, you would have thought, are they both new to this?
Right.
Like they looked like the first match that you'd see in an independent before the actual card starts.
So
Like the students, that's what it looked like.
Got you.
And for Rhea, that's completely not who she is.
Right.
All right, so next, CM Punk comes on down. And
Signs with Raw, right?
as he's in his speech, he signs to Raw, which that's the smartest thing to do because now you can easily move Cody to SmackDown.
Or it just doesn't it doesn't throw any water onto the hot flame that is LA Knight. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, Orton's committed to SmackDown.
oh shit, you're right. Orton did sounds back down.
That
okay,
was a terrific. I know we don't talk about SmackDown, but that tag
I mean,
match.
we talk about SmackDown. It's dated by the time our
right,
show comes
that
out. So.
tag match with LA Knight and Orton was phenomenal.
I did see that.
That was excellent. The way that they riffed with each other, kind of at the end. So that could be a cool rivalry that I think that we see eventually because their moves almost mirror each other, except for, Randy's kind of flattens out while LA Knight's it's a little bit different, but almost similar.
Oh, you're talking about the RKO and the blunt force trauma? Yeah. Similar, like it, boom,
Yeah.
I
So
get it.
it's almost similar. But Punk comes out, commits to Raw, and out comes Seth Rollins, and the hair on my neck stood up because I said, here we go. This is going to be great. I know you guys weren't watching it live. I didn't want to tell you anything, so I just texted you, Seth and Punk, center stage, and it hit.
I had to go. I paused Tommy DeVito. I paused all my Monday Night Football.
Tommy Cutlets.
I went over to Raw. Kind of started it when Rollins was coming out. I think they did its job. I think they left you wanting a lot more. There's a lot more in the tank.
Well, everybody's like, oh, it's the same exact promo that Hangman Adam Page cut. Yeah, except the difference is this was real. and had substance.
So Hangman cut the same like I hate you, everybody in the back hates you kind of deal. Okay, well, I mean, look, truth be told, it's the same promo because it might be the somewhat same feelings.
Well, except the difference is, before that promo, CM Punk didn't have 7 years worth of insults thrown towards Adam Page and all those guys.
It does shock me that to see or to hear Punk or hear Seth Rollins basically publicly out him and say you did try to tear this place down when he was here, and for him to say from the best line was like, from the bottom of my heart, I hate you.
Yeah,
like I hate you, and I was like, hate's a strong word. You're a dad, you know that. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like that right there was like, yeah, that works for that moment in time.
But this promo was also probably agreed upon to where Hangman kind of went into business for himself.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, look, yeah, most promos have bullet points where, I'll talk, I'll say this. You talk, you say that. But I don't know. Maybe there was a shed of like, you got 10. Do what you want to do.
Well, and that's why Punk had said to him, that's the one time that you're going to get to disrespect me to where I'm not going to punch you in the face. Which I think is another great shot.
Yeah, you're right.
But the promo worked. You're severely invested in the rivalry, and CM Punk's first match is going to be at a live show against Dom Dom.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Having his first match at a live show, but maybe, I mean, because think about it. When's the last time he was in the ring in a match? It was back in what pay-per-view was that?
All In.
And that was like August, right?
Yeah.
So by the time he wrestles, it'll be December, 4 months off. It's like maybe they do want to get some of the rust off in front of our live crowd, WWE crowd, not so much AEW crowd.
What better way to sell tickets to a live show than CM Punk's
that shit was going to sell
match.
out anyway.
It
always
going to be
the Garden. Come on.
Is that the Garden show that he's?
Yeah. It's the Holiday Garden show, man. I'm even thinking about trying to like venture up there. I think that would be great. Which, by the way, it's not going to make you happy, but Josh Chernoff has applied for WrestleMania credentials for myself and him. So,
it went from us.
I just wanted to break that news right here.
It went from all of us to just Josh and Dave.
I can feel his soul leaving his body. No, really, for basically for inside. But then there's WrestleCon and shit like that, things that you'll be involved in. So.
I get to. That's all right. I'll take the sloppy seconds. It's fine. Apparently, I'm the convention guy anyway.
No, Payne's apparently the convention guy. He just
Doesn't
doesn't show.
Yeah, I didn't order this show either.
Yeah, well.
So then we saw Punk say that he's going to enter himself into the Royal Rumble. Obviously, he's entering him in to take out Seth.
I had a thought on the way driving here today at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking about this show already. So in case anybody wonders if I care about the show, I do because I was thinking about it. What if they do a Luger, Bret Hart, Cody and Punk both same time win, right? And then like they do declare two winners, and then they have a match at whatever Elimination Chamber 1-on-1. Mm-hmm. Winner gets to pick which side he goes on. Loser has to just go to the other side. Winner would be Cody, could go to Roman. Loser, Punk. I'm cool with that because I got Seth.
What if they split the Royal Rumble? Smackdown Royal Rumble.
I hate that. No. I say make it 40 people. I say make it bigger. WrestleMania 40 people. Do that. Don't split the Rumble. It's bad enough you got two. And I'm not saying it's bad enough. Women deserve the Rumble.
I know what
I'm
you
just
mean.
saying it's long.
I think they just need to stop with the brand split. At this point, stop with the brand split.
I think they reignited the brand split with these free agent signings. Like, you started to forget about the brand split for a little while because it's just like, this guy showed up here, this guy showing up there. But now all of a sudden you got free agents signing SmackDown, signing Raw. NXT's getting involved. So I really think that they're doubling down now that they have so many wrestlers, they're doubling down on the brand split.
Well, I think they need to get rid of the free agents then and just make them either Raw or SmackDown.
Well, there's no free agents left.
There's not?
Brock, maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, he's the beast. He gets to do what he wants.
And he's going to be he's going to be coming back soon.
I wonder if he enters the Rumble.
He has to. He's got to be one of the surprise entrants because they don't do the legend surprise entrance for the men anymore. It's always for the women.
I think that would be a great segment or a great moment where it's like maybe there's 5 guys, 6 guys left with number 30 coming out. And part of the 6 guys that are in there, it's Punk, it's Cody, it's all the main event guys that you think are going to be involved in that, like McIntyre, all the big dogs. And then that Brock music hits, and everybody just kind of looks back, and they're like, holy shit. Like, that would be...
That place would go nuts.
I would be... For me, as a Brock mark that I am, I would be like, that's great. And you'll be filming that reaction so we don't miss out on missing the last reaction.
That place will go nuts because if Punk is in the ring, because if you remember when Punk did that Cabana podcast, one of the things that he complained about was he tried to get sponsors on, the trunks for like the wrestlers and things like that. And Vince said, no, you can't do that.
And then Brock came with Jimmy John and all that shit.
With the Jack Links, you know what I mean? And he was like, well, why does he get to do it? Well, because those were his sponsors when he came in. So he kind of shot on Brock a little bit there. So that whole story from all those years ago.
Do you remember how he got eliminated in that last Rumble that he was in? It was awful.
Yeah.
I think it was like Kane, right?
He was the number that I picked in your draft when you did the Royal Rumble fantasy draft thing.
That was like back in like 2014, dude.
I thought you were talking about this past one.
No, I'm talking about CM Punk being eliminated from the Rumble.
No, I don't remember.
Kane came back, and corporate Kane came back into the ring, dragged him over the top, and that was it. Ugh. Yeah, I was horrible, and I was like, oh man. And then he was gone like 2 days later.
Ugh.
But anyway, I digress.
All right, so moving on.
With Raw.
Bronson Reed defeats Ivar. I like this feud, and I don't like this feud. It's good filler.
They wrestled again?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good filler, but you got to do something with Bronson Reed. He is a giant individual. You've got to do something.
Are they split? Are they, what's the series? Like, is there a series?
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
I'm just curious.
It's just two
some kind of payoff
slapping meat,
This little meat slapping.
All right. So as they kept panning to the back, Priest told Punk that if he wins the World Heavyweight Championship, he'll be there to cash in on him.
Oh,
which was okay. I guess they're still doing the Senior Money in the Bank thing, which
have to.
I got to agree with Payne. I think that's like going out the wayside.
You think it's just going to expire?
I think either it's going to expire.
He has to cash in and lose.
Either he cashes in and loses, or they do or like Punk does I'll wrestle you for the briefcase.
What if that sets up the ultimate collision between Damian Priest and Finn again? Finally, like he goes to cash and Finn turns. Finn costs him the championship match.
I could see that.
You're not going to take away what I worked hard for 7 years. Blah blah blah. Like
that's a good way to get the
that's
contract
a perfect way to
off
do
of
it.
him.
Yeah, and the contract will be done.
It's just a regular because they did that with Theory.
Did he fight for the contract?
No, but every time Theory was trying to cash in,
something would happen.
And I think he cashed in for the United States title.
No, but I think that like if Finn wants to go back to being a babyface, cost him the match.
Nah. Finn will be the ultimate. It'll be Damian Priest that turns into the babyface.
There's no way Damian Priest can be a fucking babyface anymore.
I don't think so either.
Same thing as Roman. Same, literally the same shtick.
I don't think so either. But unfortunately, I think Finn's going to be Judgment Day with Rhea, because they're all like almost turning on Priest when you see it in the backstage altercations.
I mean, you'll get to it, but R-Truth coming out during their promo, dude. That's fucking R-Truth is a fucking national treasure.
Yeah.
We should kick Dom out. No, JD out. I was like, holy shit.
Each week it gets funnier and funnier with the rabbit ears and the TV.
Oh, dude.
But unfortunately, they beat down poor R-Truth with the Creed brothers coming out to save them.
I definitely dig the Creed brothers. I kind of like
Dude, they're awesome. I love the.
They remind me of the Steiners.
They're kind of hokey.
Yeah, a little bit, but you got to be. It's wrestling. It's fun.
And I can't remember the girl's name that's with them.
They got a girl?
Yeah, dude, she's.
Why don't I remember that? Right.
She looks like a brick shithouse. She's looks like she's muscular as shit. She looks like and I'm not meaning this the wrong way, but a prettier Zoe Stark.
That is the wrong way.
She looks like she should be an MMA fighter. That's what she looks like. The way she has her hair braided and everything. They're kind of insinuating that she's going to be next to challenge Rhea, I guess, for one of these like enhancement matches, so to speak.
Gotcha. Fair.
I mean, I don't know how that's going to look, but
Don't know.
I just don't want to see this start to diminish Rhea's stock. You know what I mean?
Rhea's stock ain't going nowhere. Never will.
You don't think so?
She's China, bro. She's the new ninth wonder of the world, whatever the fuck she was.
I hope she's an entrant in the men's Royal Rumble. I really do.
The only way that happens is if she's champ going into the Rumble.
Well, I mean, where's she going to lose it?
Right. So, yeah. So then I guess it can happen because it's just like there's no reason for her to be in the women's. She's already a champ. But now why don't I just try to get one step further and go after the men's, too?
Imagine
cool.
if she's the one who throws out Brock Lesnar if he's in it.
Oh, my God. I mean, you want to get somebody over. That's how you do it.
And he would do it, too.
Yeah, probably. At this point of his career, yeah.
He would definitely do it. All right, so moving on. Caden Carter and Katana Chance defeat Candice LeRae and Indy Harwell. Thank God this match was decent because the one that they had was either I think it was the week before, with Natalia and was it Tegan Knox?
Yeah.
Oh, terrible. Terrible.
I could do without.
They had no chemistry between each other whatsoever. And just everything that was being done in the ring, it was terrible to watch. It honestly made Caden Carter and Katana look Bush League. It really did. Like, they should have been, like, headlining a VFW in fucking Alabama somewhere.
Jackson, New Jersey, bro.
That's what it looked like. DIY and The Miz defeat Imperium. I don't know how I feel about this.
So The Miz was a mystery thing, right?
But I don't know how I feel about this, like, happy Miz with DIY. You had a problem with both of these guys in, like, the past year, if you remember. You know, when he was doing the stuff with Dexter Loomis and Ciampa, and then he had the problems with Johnny Sameface. It just, I don't know. It just was weird.
Who the fuck is Johnny Sameface?
That's what Cornette calls Gargano, Johnny Sameface.
Why? Because he makes what?
I don't know.
That's so dumb. Cornette, come on, come up with something. Do something better.
It's just, I don't know. It's weird. Miz as a good guy is weird to me. I don't like it.
I like when Miz is like the hard good guy. Like when he's like in your face and he's cutting a great promo and he's spitting truth. Like that's when the Miz as a babyface is good. Because when he's a heel, he's more like vindictive and like
is that
super
really a
cowardly.
Babyface though when they're coming at you hard?
Not real. I mean, yeah, because I feel like if you're doing that, that means you're standing up for what you believe in. It's like the very I don't know. It's like hero mentality. Because when he's a heel, he's just like really, you know, like just a douche, you know. But like this is like rah. Yeah, it's babyface stuff. I like it.
But he challenged Gunther. He wants another shot at the title.
Royal Rumble?
They didn't say Royal Rumble. They didn't say anything. All Gunther said is, "You want it, you got it," and then that's how it was left.
I like it at Rumble.
So I definitely think this time around, Miz is taking the belt off Gunther.
Let's do it.
I think we're going to see Gunther in the final at least 5 of the Royal Rumble this year.
If not win. Really fucking throw a wrench and shit.
Oh, man. Could you imagine?
Yeah, the fans would go fucking berserk and they wouldn't know what to do. You have too much star power. We went over this last week or 2 weeks ago. Like, the rosters are as loaded as they're going to get. These guys, some of these mainstream dudes that were on the come up are going to get bumped just for a little bit until CM Punk causes some kind of stirring back or, you know, somebody else gets fired or whatever. But, like, you know, you got to be careful because even if you're Gunther, your big push might be delayed. It's stuck. You know, it sucks for him, but he's not drawing like anybody else would with those big guys.
What if they did this? You all right there, Monty?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right.
I'll survive.
What if Miz and him go at it on a Raw and he beats Miz, right?
Yeah.
Royal Rumble comes around, the Gunther Open Invitational, and that's when we hear Brock's music. They don't have to build it because people are already going to be watching the Royal Rumble to see who wins it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's Brock and Gunther for the IC belt? It's a belt that Brock's never had. And that's the match we've all wanted to see. We've wanted to see Brock and
That's
Gunther.
right. They never did that. We just called for it last year and it just never happened.
What if that happens?
I would tell Gunther to start practicing how to learn on your fall on your neck because he's going to be suplexing his ass all over the place.
Because no matter what, he's going to be over the moon. Because Brock's going to make him look good in the match, whether he wins or loses.
Right.
And then Brock wins a belt that he's never won before.
Fair.
I mean, we're all still waiting for Sheamus to win it at least once, right? Because that's the one belt that he hasn't won.
He's hurt. That was it. Where's Sheamus
is.
been? Yeah, Sheamus has been gone, right?
Speaking of hurt, I don't know if this is a work.
Charlotte?
No.
Oh,
that was bad enough. No. At a NXT house show yesterday, Ilya Dragunov was carted off on a stretcher after a match with Ridge Holland. Now, nobody knows if this is a work or not.
They wouldn't do something like that on a house show. Why stretcher somebody out?
So
on a
how
house
do you
show?
not fire this guy, considering that Big E still hasn't wrestled since he got dumped on his neck from Ridge Holland? The dude's not safe. If that's the case, the dude's not safe. And I'm not going to mention any names, but there was a wrestler that I've had awesome conversations with. And when we were hanging out after an event, he had said to me that this dude was known for doing that in NXT when he was there.
I mean, if he ain't getting it, then yeah, it's time to make a move on the guy. Because, I mean, you're damaging some of your top guys. I mean,
especially Dragunov. Like he's
the champ, right?
Yeah, but you're talking about a guy who is almost main roster ready and could probably be the next leader of Imperium, or at least like a top general in Imperium with Gunther, or even somebody to wrestle Gunther, because I think those two wrestled on NXT already.
Yeah, I mean, look, clearly it ain't malicious, because if you're in this business, you're all about protecting your guy.
It's unsafe.
But if it's a constant thing, yeah, you gotta.
I don't think Big E's ever going to wrestle again.
Probably not. And he doesn't want to come to the terms with that. But we're not doctors. We're not going to speculate that shit. But
it's been
a neck
2 years
is a
now?
neck, bro. A neck is a neck. You can't fuck around with that. You want to walk for the rest of your life? Can't do that shit.
Yeah, so that was pretty scary with that. All right, moving on. Cody defeats Shinsuke Nakamura by disqualification because Nakamura spit mist in Cody's face. Weird. When have they ever disqualified somebody for that?
When the referee sees it.
Yeah, but the referee's seen it in championship matches where there's no disqualification like that.
You sure?
Not a rule. Yeah.
Are you sure the referee's looking right at the guy as he's spitting?
Well, if you have green shit all over your face
well aware,
1 minute,
well
and you don't
aware,
have it the
but
next,
the referee doesn't see it happen.
It was just weird to me. I did not like that ending.
That rivalry is going to continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't like that ending, and honestly, a lot of the people didn't care to watch that because they lost a whole lot of viewership going towards the end of that. But
why?
It's a 3-hour show, bro, and I don't think really people cared too much. A lot of people didn't care too much about the main event because there really is no backstory between Nakamura and Cody.
Yeah, they haven't really addressed it yet.
But they're
also buying time, bro.
They were also up against 2 Monday Night Football games.
Yeah, fine.
There was other stuff that was going on, but Punk segment with Seth, 1.8 million viewers. Just for that 10-minute segment, everybody tuned in to see that. But they lost viewership towards the end, and I don't think that the main event was strong enough.
Yeah.
But the Creed brothers came out to help Cody because Nakamura kept attacking him even after the match was over. So it's just a mishmash. I don't know what they're doing. I don't like it. I don't like mishmash shit like that. So it didn't do it for me.
Right.
This feud doesn't do it for me, and I like Nakamura a lot. But there's got to be a point. Like I said,
I think they're just buying time to get to the Rumble and see what happens.
There's got to be a point to it for me, and there was no point to it. So it's just like, eh.
I think maybe the way you end this and resolve this officially and continue Cody's story is if, what do they got? 4 or 5 Raws left before the Rumble.
Yeah.
Because you got, the end of the year and then you got into January. Maybe Nakamura hurts Cody. Cody's out. Can't believe it. Definitely not going to be in the Rumble. He's hurt. Nakamura's in the Rumble. Cody returns at the Rumble. Throws out Nakamura. That ends that. And then Cody can win the fucking thing and move on. that could close the door on that rivalry at the Rumble.
You'd hope so, because there's no meat to it.
If there's no substance to it, then yeah, get rid of it.
Yeah, there's no meat to it. It's just watered down to meat.
Right.
Speaking of watered down, Collision on Saturday.
Jesus Christ. Terrible segue.
Eddie Kingston defeats Claudio Castagnoli for the Continental Classic. I'm trying to figure out this tournament, and it's point-based, and it's weird. It's weird. Willow Nightingale defeats Mercedes Martinez. After the match, Mercedes and Diamante attack Willow, so Statlander came out to save her. Nice to see Statlander back out there. Wardlow defeats Willie Mack. I love Willie Mack.
I do too. Was it a squash?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, it was a decent match, but I
Willie
wouldn't
Mack's
call it
great.
a squash per se.
Good.
Kenny Omega defeats Ethan Page. Yawn.
Ethan Page had a great interview with Chris Van Vliet.
Yes.
I got to listen to that. I listened to Van Vliet with Page, Van Vliet with Jericho, and Van Vliet with, I don't know the other one, but then I listened to The Rock and Rogan for 3 fucking hours.
What?
The Rock and Rogan.
Oh.
That got too deep. Anyway. But yeah, no, Ethan Page, I've met him a couple times. We've interacted a couple times. He's always been cool. And now he looks like $1 million, like just straight fucking.
Not $1 million, $1 million.
Well, Dave's stroking out over here.
No, that's better than $1 million, I think.
I know, it's double.
Like Mega Million.
Mega Million. So you can yawn at it. I'm a fan of Ethan Page.
I don't mind Ethan Page. It's just the match didn't do, for a Kenny Omega match. It just didn't do much for me.
It was also, I think, at his home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Penta and Commander defeat Angelo Parker and Matt Menard. Okay. Andrade defeats Bryan Danielson.
There's some rumors of Andrade coming back to WWE, right?
I think he might resign.
Okay.
I think he might resign. He looks amazing.
Yeah, he looks great too.
He's huge.
Yeah.
He's huge.
Probably not as strict on wellness down there, that's for sure. I would think. I don't know. They probably do have like a certain threshold that you can't.
Yeah, it's a sniff test.
Yeah, right?
Are you on anything? No? Okay, just don't talk about the company on social media or else Bryan Danielson's going to fine you. I know you heard that.
No.
Oh, yeah. Bryan Danielson gives wrestlers fines for bad-mouthing the company on social media. He's in charge of that.
What?
Yeah.
Like, so he has like an office position now?
I guess.
So he's patrolling Twitter?
Social media. Yeah. Yep. That's why you see all the people that speak out that are employed by the company, erase them tweets right away. Cute, right?
Whatever. It's so hard to defend at this point. I'm trying. I really am.
And the guy's wrestling with one fucking eye. Let's just put that out there.
I mean, I see that, but like patrolling people's free speech.
Because you're speaking against the company.
I've said this a long, long time ago. Don't shit where you eat, especially in wrestling. Why would you shit talk the company that you work for and pays you? You're an idiot if you do that. You're an absolute buffoon.
I guess it's like, when Britt Baker was complaining that she's had no TV time.
Well, then fucking go ask Tony. Go tell your fucking husband to get in his ear. I don't know. But like, to badmouth the guy, like, you'll be on the unemployment line like that. And guess what? Britt and anybody else who's done it, some other company might not be in like this grand rush to go sign you. You might be wind up at the fucking Independence again before you know it, selling 8x10s. Yeah. Or OnlyFans or something, like whatever.
Nope. I have to be more professional.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
I'm doing the host role this week, so I have to be the professional one.
And I'm the sick one, so that's my excuse for being just a grumpy old man right now.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a Britt Baker OnlyFans.
I mean, I'm not saying Britt Baker. I'm saying, like, in general, they're out there that or fucking Brand Army or whatever the fuck.
That's a dentist with a drill. I wouldn't mind.
There it is. He's here all day, folks. Jesus Christ.
So last night, let's jump over to Dynamite. Dynamite was not bad. It really was not bad. I
don't expect things to be bad, by the way.
I wasn't a big fan of the end.
See, but that's the problem with you. You go into these things expecting just dog shit.
Because almost every Wednesday, it's usually dog shit.
I'm just saying, if you just go in there with an open mind and you watch the matches for what they are and watch the promos for what they're worth, you might enjoy it.
You know what it really is? I think I really need to, even though we need it for the show, I really should just get off Twitter because
Definitely should.
their fans just drive me nuts.
Why? With their overwhelming positivity?
Yeah.
See, that's just being a fan, though. Think about it. How many times you look at me like, I mean, I'm more of a realist Cowboys fan, but there's a lot of fucking...
I'm a realist fan. There's a very big difference.
There is a big difference. And the people that do think that like certain teams or companies can't do no wrong, you do get a little cringeworthy.
It just annoys the piss out of
but
me.
that's the definition of a fan. It's a fanatic.
This was a good Dynamite.
Except for the one promo I watched on Dynamite last night. Kind of fell flat. Jericho and Omega.
Yes.
With Big Bill and Ricky Starks.
Yeah, that's in here.
They tried to like rename the group and then just like kept getting censored and shit.
Then they threw a shot at Enzo Amore.
Yeah, I was like, I'm very surprised that they used that name on TV. But it's like the Omega line was better. Like when he was like, he's got more personality or wouldn't take his spotlight or some shit like that.
Yeah, so that was that. I agree with you on that one. So Samoa Joe accused Hangman Adam Page of being the devil.
Saw that.
Then Roderick Strong accused MJF of being the devil. Hangman defeats Roderick Strong. The ending was terrible because Strong's head was nowhere near the mat when Page hit a dead eye. Okay, Shay.
Sorry, Shay.
Wow, she's starting to get really cynical towards this company.
Look what you did to this girl. This poor innocent girl. You turned her against everything she ever liked. Christ.
Andrade defeats Brody King to keep going with the Continental Classic. They might have him win.
Brody King?
No.
Oh.
Andrade.
Is Swerve in this?
Yeah, but
he's going to win.
You can't give it. This is meant for Andrade. Swerve needs to be the AEW champion.
What is this for?
The Continental. It's just a belt that they made up for a tournament.
God damn it.
You know, like the Owen Hart tournament. Place he's never wrestled ever. Orange Cassidy asked Ross and Marshall Von Erich's sons to tag with him this Friday.
Very cool to see those guys. The oldest Von Erich is out there. That was the older one, right? That was the father?
No.
Yes? No. No.
No, that's the one remaining brother. The only remaining brother.
Yeah. See, I don't... Wrestling fans will kill me for this, that I don't know the whole story. But I do want to go see Iron Claw to see the whole story.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, it's in theaters now, and I see a lot of people, a lot of my friends are going to see it and stuff. And the red carpet definitely brought out some pretty, like, interesting combos, right?
John Cena and MJF.
No, MJF took a picture with himself. Yeah, that was
Corbin with MJF.
Baron Corbin also with Taylor Swift, which is kind of weird.
And what's her name? Liv.
Yeah.
Did you see what MJF said?
No.
When she goes, "I'm just here to support him," he goes, "I'm just here to create more rumors of us dating." Like he baby faced the whole thing, which was great. So Omega and Jericho challenged Starks and Big Bill, baby, to the tag team championship match at World's End. That's where Jericho took the shot at Enzo, which I'm surprised Enzo's been quiet on Twitter.
Probably didn't see it.
I'm sure he saw it.
I'm sure people added him too.
I'm very surprised he was quiet on Twitter.
On the X.
Rio defeats Ruby Soho. Roosh defeats Jay Lethal for the Continental Classic.
Jay Lethal, main event for WrestlePro next Thursday. Not next Thursday. 2 Thursdays from now.
Yeah, the 20th.
Next Friday. It's not a shotgun. It's a full steam ahead. Him, LSG, main event.
And I just said Lethal for the Continental Classic. Here's one that's going to.
I think you said Continental Classic.
Yeah.
Chip Douglas.
Chatelain Maima Dusty, baby. This is kind of fucked up.
This is gonna grind your gears. Go ahead.
Jay White defeats Mark Briscoe in the Continental Classic.
Jay White.
So you saw last week that AEW fired the post-production guy, Kevin Sullivan. Not the Kevin Sullivan, different Kevin Sullivan, right? And
why?
Nobody knows. Who they should fire is their social media manager.
Tommy's calling for people's jobs.
Oh, no. Well, they were calling for people's jobs when Fox put the picture up of Bobby Lashley and Carmelo Hayes and what's his name? The other one.
Dawkins?
And they put them boys. And, Mark Briscoe was like, oh, what the hell is that? Triple H, that's, the Briscoes and them boys, whoever posted that should be fired. And Twitter went apeshit.
I didn't see that.
Twitter went apeshit. You would actually be proud of me because I was defending the Cowboys. I said, well, technically, them boys has been the Cowboys well before
Hell yeah.
The Briscoes had it. Then Mark Briscoe went on there because this was at the anniversary of Jay's death, like to the day.
Oh, Jesus.
So Mark was like, I'm just missing my brother. I was just in my feelings. Triple H, don't fire nobody. Everybody needs a job. It's the holidays. Everybody just needs to calm down. So people calm down. So last night, the social media manager for AEW goes, Jay Briscoe loses to Jay White in the Continental Classic. How the fuck do you do that? How do you do that?
They used the wrong Briscoe?
Yeah. How do you do that? Like, that's bad. That's so bad.
Again, there's nothing I could say that would be like, oh yeah, you should do this. Like, oh, forget it.
Oh, and to go on your point, Moxley defeats Swerve Strickland in the Continental Classic.
Fuck. That was my pick.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's a point system though, right? So there's not eliminated.
Swerve, if they give this belt to Swerve, I look at that as a slap in the face. He should be the AEW champion. He has, skyrocketed
he
there
really
from inception. And every shit gimmick that they gave him with the tag team with Keith Lee, that was garbage because people were clamoring for them to lose that belt the second the Acclaimed were getting on the scene.
Can you, off the top of your head, rattle off the champions that have existed in AEW's history? MJF, Jericho,
Omega, Punk, Hangman,
and
that's it.
Swerve would be the first black champion.
Yep.
I dig it. Let's do it.
Speaking of which, our buddy Alex Kane hit me up.
Oh yeah.
He dethroned Hammerstone to win the MLW championship.
Hammerstone's done though, right? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
He also won another championship, and he asked if he was the first black double champion. Swerve actually is.
For House of Glory?
I forget. I think one of them was House of Glory, and then the other one was like DPW or something like that.
Okay. That's cool.
So that was pretty cool. But no, Swerve deserves that AEW championship.
He's red hot right now. Piping hot. Get him to the top.
As we get to the end, the Devil and his goons attack Hangman in the parking lot, throw him through the windshield of a car. So,
what kind of car?
Here's the thing.
Where's the teaser here? Because last week or last time, the beer bottle was Hangman's.
Which is kind of funny because
which was fucking hilarious. James Storm actually said I was at the bar, so I did. Like he tweeted like it wasn't me, I was at the bar.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with that. So you have MJF knocked out on the ground with a broken bottle next to him and no blood on his head. How do you pass that off?
I don't know.
It's details. It's in the details, people.
You don't have to bleed.
You ever hit your bottle over your head?
No,
you bleed.
I've missed out on that
yeah,
opportunity.
You bleed.
Okay.
But as they were doing this with Hangman, there was a shot of one of the Devil's pants going down, and it was Roderick Strong's trunks underneath. Now,
by accident or on purpose?
That's what I can't figure out. Because they didn't focus it on TV. People were focusing it on Twitter. Now, Tony is all over Twitter. If they didn't mean for that to happen, you need to address that this week. You have to. You have to address it. You have to have Paige come out and say, I saw your trunks in that picture. Roderick Strong, you need to come out here. Because if you don't capitalize on that, and it was just a botch of production.
Knowing that I know some of the brains and the minds down there at AEW, this was not a botch. It was purposely.
It has to be. It has to be because why would you wear your fucking trunks
exactly? So that's
underneath.
Yes, there's no mistake there.
So that's one of them.
That's a
He's
design.
Roderick Strong is one of them.
So it's all of them. Then it's all of them. Then.
Oh, I think Wardlow is one of them because you see the size of the one.
No.
Holy balls. If that's not Wardlow.
What if it's, what's his guy? What if it's, yep, him.
Oh,
the fuck? Why can't I think of his name?
Oh my God, Hobbs.
Hobbs, yeah. What if it's Hobbs?
I mean, it could be, but To go off of what we talked about,
Was there ever a big guy in all these attacks?
no.
So now they're really
It
fucking
was just a
with
couple
you.
weeks ago where you saw the one was, I mean, he was a fucking monster. What if what you had brought up, which was really good,
If it came
with-
from me,
with-
it's usually good.
with all these non-competes starting to come up, because now there's rumors that Nick Nemeth, there's a process for Nick Nemeth.
Well, Dolph's having his first match down in Puerto Rico.
Right. But there's a process for him to go to AEW. I don't like the pitch that they're using for it. But what if he's one of them?
I'm with it.
The pitch that they're using for him, it's nostalgic, but it would piss off any real wrestling fan.
Why?
Just want you to guess.
The reason why Dolph would be one of them?
No. The pitch that AEW has to bring Dolph in for a storyline for him.
To feud with his brother? I don't know.
No. To be one of CJ Perry's wrestlers that she manages, and then he's going to feud with Miro. So we're just rewinding it back to WWE.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
This is the pitch that they have for
How
this
do you
guy.
know that's the pitch?
One of the Pro Wrestling Insiders.
Journalist.
Well, does it not make sense?
I can't see that, man.
I don't want to see that. I'd rather
If
see.
Ziggler goes down to AEW, he's got to be a main event guy.
Here's
That's
my
the
thing.
only way I would sign with AEW.
If you want to make this devil thing work,
Mm-hmm.
okay, like we already know that Roderick Strong's one of them, fine. It should be the guys from WWE that were let go. They should all be the devils. That would be fucking amazing.
That would be NWO-esque.
Yeah.
That would be really good.
Or when, what was it, the WCW, when those guys came over.
You know who I am, but you don't
No,
know
when-
why I'm here.
When Shane had bought WCW and then he had
Oh, the
Harry
Invasion.
The Invasion.
Yeah,
That would be a good nostalgic way to do it.
100%. But again, would they do it?
I mean, does Shelton Benjamin want to go down there?
I don't know. Listen, we've seen crazier things. Can Shelton Benjamin be the Jack guy? Because Shelton was
he
putting on
too
weight.
tall.
No, yeah.
The dude was too tall. Dude, he was, when I mean his back, it looked like he had
gotta watch.
tumors on his back.
Gotta watch the tape. But all right. Well,
So yeah, that was dynamite. Again, the show was good. I wasn't a big fan of the end. I just really hope that wasn't a production mistake.
I don't think so. Those guys are too smart. I know you don't think so, but
How many times did they catch people blading?
yeah, no, but yeah, I guess you have a point there. But in this deep of a storyline,
At this point, I
At this point-
just want it to be done and over with because
it's going to be done at World's End.
It's very Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy-esque.
Did I see something about them trying to redo the Uncle Howdy storyline?
They've been talking about it. They've been talking
Can't
about
do
it.
that. That unfortunately, and no pun, but that died with Bray. Like that was
You would hope.
yeah.
You
they
would
can't.
hope.
What are
But
they gonna
it's
fucking
very
do? You
Bray
can't.
Wyatt, like Uncle Howdy-esque. Like, who's the devil? It's just like.
What if it's
can we
Bray
just-
Wyatt? And this whole thing's a work. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying. No, I'm good.
What is he, Andy Kaufman?
I was just gonna say right, Andy Kaufman. We've seen it. Don't tell me we haven't seen it.
I mean, listen.
Rest
I
in
just
peace.
want it to be over because it's like it's drawn out enough now.
Yeah, I think at World's End they're gonna end it.
That dead horse is being beaten to a pulp.
Yeah, well, like I said, they'll end it. So
All right, so let's get into some news here. So Charlotte was injured after I love Shay.
don't even use the word. I saw it in the rundown. So a mistake, and
But you see, I don't think it happened there. I think it happened when she did the flip to the outside.
has it been confirmed that she's hurt?
I think so.
That sucks.
I think it happened when she flipped to the outside because, again, she went over and landed on her feet again and almost stuck the landing. I think it happened then. And when she was up on that top rope, her knee just buckled because it was just gone.
That sucks, man. It's like if something happens now, Mania season's out. It's like it's out.
And her returns are always huge, but she was just starting to build
Well,
up.
if it's an
again.
ACL, her return ain't till SummerSlam of next year, my man. That's a long,
Unless she
long
knuckles
ride.
up and,
What?
unless she knuckles up and just starts injecting with
Unless
cortisone.
she knows Aaron Rodgers is a guy, but it's I don't know. That sucks for one of their main stars, their main draws. WrestleMania season, my heart is ripped for her because
And that had
sucks.
honestly, that had to hurt on the way down because not only did it buckle on the way down, I think she got it like hit on the rope too.
But yeah, I mean, sucks.
All right, so as you said before, CM Punk might be taking on a leadership role in NXT, which I think is great.
I think it's a cool idea, yeah.
Man, she's got a lot of CM Punk news here. CM Punk's first in-ring match scheduled to be December 26th against Dom, which we talked about. Sami Zayn's taking time off to heal a partially torn meniscus.
So I'm wondering, you got to get surgery for that. I mean, you don't have to.
No, if it's partial, you don't have to. You could rehab that.
I knew I partially tore mine the same time I tore my ACL. They repaired everything.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
I still can't walk. Whatever.
You know, they could rehab that, but I hope he comes back as like El Generico or something.
That'd be hilarious in the Rumble. That'd be good.
Definitely won't be coming back that soon.
Why not?
It's like 3 weeks away. Well, maybe.
Yeah, it could be. You never know.
Oh, so you said this before. Dolph Ziggler's first match is in Puerto Rico next month.
It's his brother and Cardona.
Yeah.
Yeah, Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Which is cool to see them together again.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's great. I can't wait to see what
Always,
what
always
happens with
bring
him.
back to WWE Swerve. Remember that show?
Yeah. Terrible.
No, it was. I thought it was terrible.
Horrible.
What he did to Cardona was the best on that metal chair.
I don't remember it vividly, but I
He
just
had
remember
Cardona
that show.
sitting on a chair. And he had,
zapped him, right? Yeah. I do remember that. Okay.
And in AEW news, Billy Gunn says he wants his retirement match to be against Will Ospreay. How would that go?
Get in line, I guess. I don't know. Cool. Billy Gunn deserves whatever he wants to be a retirement match. Get the Road Dogg down there. Get the New Age Outlaws in a match.
I just want him to retire so he can get a Legends deal with WWE and show up for like the 35-year anniversary of DX.
He could.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so that's it for the news. So we're going to get into this week in wrestling. I got some pretty good ones here. I don't know if your brain's going to be able to handle guessing these, but we'll see.
We'll see. We're in December now, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're starting with December 11th, 1997. A taping of Raw's War in Lowell, Massachusetts. WWE Commissioner Sergeant Slaughter sets up a European Championship match between Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Rather than sow seeds of tension between the two, Michaels, who is also WWF champion,
Finger poke of doom on this one?
theatrically,
Yeah.
yep, lays down for Triple H to cover him, and they both celebrate in the
Now
ring.
the champ. Yeah.
Yep.
Remember that.
December 12th, 1999, WWE Armageddon at the National Car Rental Center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Armageddon 99 was Taker something.
Well, actually, it was the beginning of the McMahon-Helmsley era when Stephanie turned on her father, Vince, at the conclusion of the main event street fight. Remember that?
Oh, man, that look. Stephanie McMahon, that look that you shot him.
I think Triple H was still with China at that point, wasn't he?
I don't know. Who cares? It was good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, this one's going to really rock you. December 13th, 1995. 2 years to the day since being brought back into the company, the WWF's champion was deactivated after champion Alundra Blaze and the rest of the women's division were released in a cost-cutting move. Blaze would then soon turn on to WCW Monday Nitro and famously throw the belt in the garbage can, starting the Attitude Era, or the Monday Night Wars.
And the Attitude Era, really. So, yeah, it was basically, that was fucking great.
December 14th, 2003, WWE's Armageddon again took place at the TD Warehouse Center in Orlando, Florida. Waterhouse Center in Orlando, Florida.
03?
Yep.
Benoit Angle?
No. Nope. This was the clean sweep of title gold for Evolution.
Oh, okay.
Randy Orton defeats Rob Van Dam for the Intercontinental Belt, and Ric Flair and Batista won the WWE Tag Team Championship against the Dudley Boys, La Resistance.
Dude! Damn it. I was going to say La Resistance. That's great.
This was a weird team. I forgot. The Hurricane and Rosie.
How do you forget about that?
I've completely forgot about that.
It's the Hamburglar and the fucking Nets and the Rock cut that promo
Rest
on
in
him.
peace, Rosie.
Yeah, man, that's
and,
great.
Val Venus and Lance Storm, Test and Scott Steiner, and Garrison Cade and Mark Jindrak. That was the tag team turmoil match. That was a clusterfuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what kind of Mark Jindrak? Holy shit! Oh my god.
The one person that they were actually thinking for Evolution.
Yeah.
when Batista was hurt.
Batista. Yeah.
Every time I love when you say that.
You got to hear Tommy do it. Boulder.
Well, maybe I'll see him at the next WrestlePro because I know that they're going against
Sent to
Team
Slaughter.
Turtle Wax again.
No.
Oh, now it's Sent to Slaughter?
Sent to Slaughter against the fucking Iron Savages. You want to talk about a fucking barn burner, bro. I cannot wait to call that one. And I can't wait till Tommy and fucking Bronson kick the shit out of him.
Yeah. If there's any way I could get involved in like costs Sent to Slaughter the match, I'll totally do it. They're going to be in Barnegat in January too.
They're going to win those titles.
For ISPW.
They're going to win those titles.
I might have to be there for that. I might have to take Little Man.
Yeah, no, that'll be. They would love to see you. The ISPW, man, that's one of those like really cool, independent. They're not too over the top. They got a nice little storyline.
Yeah.
They run every month. The guy who runs it, I forget his name, Tommy Fierro, I think his name is. But
Not me.
that's a great.
You need a manager.
Great company.
I would love to work against Sent to Slaughter. I'll start cutting promos here every week.
Christ.
I want to cut one on Moff today, actually.
No, you don't.
All right, so December 15th, 1997. Charlotte, North Carolina. Bret the Hitman Hart makes his first appearance on WCW television.
The worst detraction of all time.
You think so?
Oh, dude, there was nothing for him down there. There was like WWE let him go and nobody gave a shit. That's why I think that the everlasting impact that Bret Hart has on wrestling in general only exists in WWF. Like
but do you remember what they signed him for that night?
To be the referee of the fucking
Zbyszko and Bischoff.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was law, and then Goldberg fucked them up, and it's just like I'm telling you, Bret Hart and WCW almost. I guarantee if you asked him right now, if you can go back in time and do
he says
something,
that was the biggest mistake of his life.
He would have to delete his entire WCW career.
He said he never wanted to go there, but like Vince wanted to pay him like $1 million a year.
Well, that was the going rate. I mean, whatever, but big mistake. Yeah.
All right. December 12th, 2012, or December 16th, 2012, Ring of Honor's final battle from the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City. This is why I picked this one, because just listen to these names.
Well, wait a minute. December 12th.
2012.
So that was 2 days before it was 5 days after my first singles match. And like Ring of Honor was running in Rawway not too long after that or before that. So go ahead. I'm familiar. Steen was there. Yeah, keep going with this one.
All right, so it was the final Ring of Honor appearance from El Generico.
Mm-hmm.
He competed against Kevin Steen in a ladder match, losing the Ring of Honor World Championship. Jay and Mark Briscoe captured the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship in a three-way against Scum, Jimmy Jacobs and Steve Corino, and Cedric Alexander and Caprice Coleman.
I like Jimmy Jacobs is a good guy.
Cedric Alexander, holy crap.
Yeah. Wow.
We saw him at, main event.
Yeah.
They're talking about him in 2012 in Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor.
Loaded roster.
Yeah,
in
Ring
its
of
peak.
Honor and what was that? The FCW, like the two loaded independent rosters where everybody just eventually came to WWE.
Well, FCW basically became NXT. So,
Yeah. All right, and the last one, December 17th, 2012. WWE Raw saw last year's winner, last year's Slammy.
Got it?
Yeah. It was the Slammy Awards presentation.
Okay.
John Cena was named Superstar of the Year. You're going to pop at this one. Ryback was named the Newcomer of the Year.
You see all these violent threats now all of a sudden?
God.
You want to talk about a guy who is, I'm going to say it right now. Shay, cut this up. Ryback is the Gary Busey of professional wrestling.
No, Gary Busey's more unanimously loved.
Ryback is going to spin right off the earth.
Oh, dude.
The dude has lost
I
all
love the
self-worth.
Entourage references.
Exactly.
There,
That's exactly what I was thinking about, too. You're going to spin right off this planet. I love it. But, like, he is just doing everything in his power to stay relevant And it's like, you're never going to get booked anywhere again.
Yeah.
Your price is too much. You haven't wrestled for fucking 6 years. It's over, bro. Like, it's over.
And
I'm sorry.
honestly,
Go dupe some other schmuck into buying your nutrition when, like, you've been doing fucking tests out the wazoo for the rest. Like let's cut the shit, right? Cut the shit. It's stupid.
Honestly, after that podcast with Punk and Cabana, that made him unemployable in my eyes for, like, Punk talking about how bad he was. Like,
sucked.
Trying to throw Punk on a table and completely misses and throws him on the floor. Like, how do you do that?
He just sucked. He just had the look. Couldn't cut a promo for shit. He's just not a good look. You can look like $1 trillion, but it doesn't matter. In wrestling, you got to be able to work. You got to be able to talk. And you got to make friends. Like, you do have to be respectful to your peers.
You could eliminate the talking part. I mean, like, Feed Me More would have been perfect because all Goldberg said was, who's next?
Fine. But it evolved from that, and it made it worse. It's just, I don't know. It's horrible.
Well, and to end that,
I think I was such a fan.
And to end that, Big E made his main roster debut back in 2012.
He was the sidekick for Dolph and AJ Lee for a little while. Yeah, I was there for the cash-in. Greatest cash-in maybe ever, I think.
Wait, who's cash-in?
Ziggler over Del Rio.
Oh, yeah.
Loudest I've ever heard in an arena.
Speaking of Del Rio, he wrestled this past weekend.
Where?
A high school gymnasium with about 15 people there.
Probably got paid a handsome dollar, but for who? Do you know the company? Like, you know who he wrestled? All right, well.
Talk about how far off the mountain did you fall, brother?
I mean, again, you got to be good to people. And I don't know if he was. I've met the guy twice.
I don't think anybody wants to work with him because of everything that happened with Soraya. And
that's what I'm saying.
The murder stuff in
the murder stuff.
You know,
like,
the murder stuff in Mexico. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. But
all right, well, listen, that's it for the news. So before we go.
What's the date? We're not at Christmas time yet, right? Next week will be our official Christmas episode of the Fight Factory next Thursday.
So as you fans of this show have known for the past year, in the past seasons that we've had, we've been trying to get Danny Maff and Jacob Fatu signed by any organization out there. Mm-hmm. Well, finally, Battlefield Pro took the call. So, Mr. Maff, the puppet that's been pulling your strings and keeping this from happening for the past year, that's done. You have no pull here. You are going to end up getting sent right back down to the Pennsylvania Turnpike, right into that cesspool known as Bayonne, right after the Samoan werewolf super kicks your head off, and you're pinned 1, 2, 3.
You don't realize that.
I don't care.
You don't realize. Like, here's the thing that you just did. And I'm not going to edit it out.
I don't want you to.
Okay, good. Because the thing is, with Maff, the next time he sees you, he will slap you across the face.
Worth it.
Okay. Maff, there's your face. Smack him up.
Listen, you know me and Fatu.
I just know who Maff is. And I know that there's lines you cross, and there's lines you can walk, and there's lines you could jump over, and there's lines you shouldn't even. If I made a challenge to Maff, which maybe one day I will.
You did.
Maybe one day I will. Hasn't aired yet. You know, that's another story. But like, for you, you're fucking dead man walking. But anyway, hope everybody enjoyed this episode of the Fight Factory. Hope everybody enjoyed all the works of the elves that put up all this stuff behind us.
Payne.
I do miss Payne. Hopefully he's back next week for our Christmas episode. I know Shay will be back in the building.
He better be.
He has to be, right?
I'm going to be all decked out, holiday decked out.
Make sure you wear your Santa hat. I'll wear my Griswold t-shirt. You know,
I have the ugly sweater.
All right. We'll make it all happen.
Etsy takes too damn long.
Etsy. Well, that's why I don't order anything off Etsy. But anyway, for Dave Sturchio, Tommy Dee, thank you to our sponsors, Absolute Eyewear, Dudes Gourmet, Richard Lucas, Chevy and Subaru. We'll see you guys next time right here on The Fight Factory. Made it. Paper toss.